building, everybody's hands go up. And they say there, and they say there, and they say up, down, up, down, up, down. 'Cause all I do is win, 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 win. All I do is win. I just wanna be victorious. Doesn't matter what my story is. Even when the darkness shines, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I just wanna be victorious. Fire in the flames, it's glorious. Even when the darkness comes, I'm not gonna lose it all. I just wanna be victorious. Us, victorious. Us, victorious. Us, victorious. Us. Victorious. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Southern Broadcasting Gaming Network. I am Richard Hurst, and tonight we are with the NOMA Truck Series, and this is for it all. This is the championship race here at Texas Motor Speedway. We're going to have 140 laps. We're going to see a stage break at lap number 25, lap 75. We're going to have 75% fuel, 5 sets of tires, 1 fast repair, and 3 attempts at a green and white checkered if we need it. All right, let's take a look at our championship contenders. And it is going to be Kenneth Redinger, David Traylor, Zach Stevens, and Joey Hickox. Now, David Traylor was not able to make it tonight, so Justin Parham is going to take his spot. So we'll be looking for that number 19, and he is very fast at these tracks, him and Kenneth Redinger, but he's got some competitions as I'm looking at the lap times. And let's go ahead and tune in to the qualifying as we got about 35 seconds left in qualifying. And there is that Grandstand Motorsports number 19 of Justin Parham. As of right now, looks like Bustos is going to have the fastest lap on the track. So we will look at the grid in just a minute as these drivers have about 20 seconds left in the qualifying session. It's been a great season here for the Truck Series. I have not been on the track with these drivers, but, you know, they have put on a heck of a fight all season long. And, you know, we had the Super Speedway Series not too long ago, and now we're closing out season number 5 of the Truck Series. All right, looks like it is all done. These drivers are going to get loaded into the track. So let's go ahead and take a look at those results. Oh, not those. Wrong button. All right, showing the full grid here is going to be Busso's going to be on the front row along with Zachary Stevens. And that fast number 33 looking for a win here tonight. And row number 2 is going to be Justin Parham and Joey Hickox. Row number 3 is looking like Kevin Winker and Matthew Fritz. Row number 4, Kenneth Redinger and Clinton Woodby in that winning bid diecast number 92. Row number 5 is going to be Keith Prince and Jay Stenson. And row number 6 is going to be Bent and Hardy. Row number 7 is going to be Mr. Sam Boutwell, another one of those grandstand drivers. And Chase Greer saying out there in the chat, yeah, he's going to show up next season. Good. Be glad to see you out there on the track. And it looks like drivers are still getting loaded in. We're waiting on our pole sitter to load in. And then we will take that formation lap. And there he is. He's on the track. I want to thank all of our sponsors for the season. We had H&H Tractor Works. We had Flatwoods, Blue Ridge, and MANNY-RAYS, of course. Want to appreciate all of them being on board for this year's season. And I want to give a shout out to all our fans out there that tune in each and every week. Austin's not here, filling in for him. Hope everything is well with him. But I want to appreciate each and every one of y'all coming over here and tuning in. Don't forget, we do have that Roku channel, so you can catch it on the big screen anytime, any place. We do have racing on demand, so you can go back and watch the race later on. But, all right, the pace truck is out. We'll get the sound up and going. And there it is. Oh, I showed up. So, need to see the 76 more often. All right, Texas Motor Speedway, definitely going to be an interesting one as it is a very loose track. These drivers will be driving these trucks off the right rear, so we'll see a lot of looseness as we did see in practice. But that 74 out front, bringing them to the start of the race. And once again, a couple of your drivers is going to be Mr. Kenneth Redinger in the 24. Joey Hickox in the 3. You got Zach Stevens on that front row in the playoffs, and the number 19 taking the spot of the 54. All right. Coming out of turn number 4. Getting ready to take that green flag. And the green is out, and what a jump for the 74. He caught Zach Stevens sleeping, and now Justin Parham is already going to take over that second spot. Now Texas is known for the low lane, being the best lane around the track. And Zach Stevens is going to get caught up in the top lane, and it looks like Woodby is going to be around, and our first caution might fly. And there is the first caution. Oh, he's got engine trouble, so he's going to have to bring that truck down pit road and get use of that fast repair that he has. They only have one for the evening, so he's already going to have to use it. Hardy going to have a little bit of damage from that, and we're going to have to go back and take a look and see what happened with the 92. And there you see the 92 is already sideways, so we're going to have to back it up just a little bit. And it looks like he got loose from right there behind the 29. Let's see if we can find the best camera angle. And I believe it's going to be this one right here. And we're going to slow it down just a little bit. Did he have to get on the brakes? He may have had to get on the brakes. And there is that truck just starting to brake sideways. No contact. And he just could not gather it up. And a hard hit to the outside wall. And let's see it one more time. And we're going to ride on board with him. And let's rewind just a little bit. Let's see if he had to get on the brakes or whatnot. But he was very close to the 29 of Matthew Fritz. No, just a little bit too much wheel. And there he goes to the outside wall. Hate to see that for the 92 and the 95 having to come in and get repairs so early. But that's the name of the game. You got to wait for that heat to build up in those tires. Once again, the track is going to be a little bit loose until the heat gets in the tires. They will be driving off the right rear, so we're later on in the run, we're probably going to be seeing some of these trucks get looser later on in the run. So and I'm trying to figure out what exactly their fuel mileage is going to look like here tonight. All right, so as far as fuel strategy goes, it looks like they're going to have about 33 to 40 laps of fuel. Tires are good for about 10 to 24 laps, according to some of the drivers that were out here, that were out practicing earlier on. And so after about between 10 and 24 laps, we'll see these trucks, really get unstable. And these drivers are really going to have a lot of throttle control to really keep these trucks on the track. But under caution, coming to lap number 4, 140 laps here at Texas Motor Speedway. This is the Texas 200 Championship for season number 5. Miss Nancy out there saying, Richard in chat, better late than never. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Glad you can join us. "13 trucks still out on the track. Everybody still has their fast repair except for maybe one. The 95, he is going to be in the pits. He's still trying to get a little bit of that damage repaired without having to use that fast repair, and that is going to be Colton Hardy. Jake Bustos and Justin Parham going to start on the front row. Zach Stevens falling back to third. Kevin Winker, he is going to be right there in fourth. He's going to be up one position. Joey Hickox down one. Going to be restarting in fifth. Matthew Fritz is going to be restarting right there behind his teammate. And Jay Stinson back here in the 10th spot. That is a lot of fast drivers left here at the end of the season, and they're all 4 of them are battling for that championship. All right, well, here comes the pace truck out of turn number 4. He's going to dive off. We're going to hit that Geico restart zone, and we're going to go back green flag racing here at Texas Motor Speedway, and let's get her done. And, a little bit of tire spin from the 33, but he was not sleeping this time, and he's going to automatically take second place away from Justin Parham. And they left that outside in the dust, and here they come into turn number 1. They're going to be pretty much nose to tail, and it looks like Parham, he's going to take the bottom lane also. You got Joey Hickox. He's going to be right there third. He's going to slide up the racetrack, and here comes Winker in that number 42. He's going to get a little bit of side draft. Not going to be able to get there this time. Into turn number 3, they're going to be too wide for second position. Zach Stevens using a little bit of that high line coming out of turn 4. Now, if that truck gets a little bit of upset or gets a little bit of aero tight, you can make contact with that outside wall and mess up the handling on your truck. But as of right now, they are making it happen, Captain. And the fastest lap is going to go to Jake Bustos with a 32.226. And we got Matthew Fritz. He's going to be way down the track, coming down that backstretch, and now he's going to have the 63, and that is going to be bent. He's going to be right there on his outside, trying to get a run on the outside. He's going to try to follow in the footsteps of Kenneth Radinger, that one of those playoff drivers looking for a championship here tonight. Joey Hickox is going to be right there in front. Biggest mover is going to be that 63 as of right now. Justin Parham going to have the fastest lap as of now, and he is going to be running in that third position. Looks like Bustos, he is going to have about a 0.3 of a second lead. Now, if it stays green, we can see, a lot of people getting really spread out, as Texas is very unpredictable. Miss Nancy says, I didn't miss much. Well, I'm glad it was pretty easy for you to get to there, Miss Nancy. All right, well, a little bit spread out for the top three. They got a little bit of distance between them and the 42 of Winker. Winker is going to now be up one position. He was able to pass Joey Hickox in that 5th position. Kenneth Redinger, he is making his way up through the field. He's going to be up one position from where he started. But he definitely has. He is a man on a mission. He wants a championship, and he wants it bad. But 3 other drivers also do. Fastest lap is going to go to Joey Hickox with a 29.901. And they are starting to catch the rest of the pack. Joey Hickox trying to put a little bit of distance between him and Kenneth Redinger coming into turn number 3. He is going to be right there on the heels of that at number 42. And this could be a strategy for these drivers. You know your tires are only good for about 10 to 24 laps. We'll have the stage break at lap number 25, but you got to make it to there first. So hang back, let some drivers burn up their stuff, be where it counts at the end, and get those stage points. Bustos, he is going to be out to about a 0.4 of a second lead. He's got Justin Parham right there behind him, still trying to use a little bit of that draft, as Texas is kind of a draft-dependent track. And you got Zach Stevens. He's got a mirror full of the 42, and that's going to be Winker. He's already up one position. He wants more, and he's not going to be able to get there coming into turn number 1. Steven Nation in the house. Mark, appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for tuning in and supporting old Zach Stevens, as he is looking to have a little Kevin Winker try to take over that position on that inside lane. And he might lose a little bit more, as Joey Hickox is going to be right there. But he is able to close the door coming through the tri-oval across the start-finish line. They are going to be pretty much nose to tail from the 42 all the way back to the 24, as Kenneth Redinger has closed that gap and now is right there on the back bumper of Joey Hickox. Well, some other battles back here on the track is going to be that number 63. He has got the 31. That Rhino Lining Chevrolet is all over the back bumper of that 63, and now he's going to force the 63 up top. And not going to be able to close the deal. Clinton would be trying to make a comeback from his earlier spin, and he has got the 03 passed, and that is going to be Keith Prince. Clinton would be another fast driver. He's going to be from the Asphalt Outlaws. Matthew Fritz following about 5 positions. Not sure what's happening to that 29 truck, but he may be saving what he has for the end. We have reached lap number 14. You got Sam Boutwell. He's going to be right there in 12th. He's going to be up one position, and it looks like Matthew Fritz is going to be forced up the racetrack. Can Sam Boutwell capitalize? Not going to be able to get there this time, but it looks like we got a little bit of battle going on here. Up towards the 24, and that's going to be Redinger. He is going to be looking to try to take that position over from Zach Stevens, which Zach Stevens now falling down to the 5th position. Well, back on the front, it is a battle for the lead, and it is going to be Justin Parham and Bustos out front. They are going to be side by side, 19 on the inside, 74 on the outside, coming into turn number 3, side by side. Now, Texas, you can get a run off the high side, but it doesn't look like the 74 is going to have the momentum. You saw that a little bit of a wiggle from that number 74 truck, and that is going to be the mistake that Justin Parham wanted to see so he can take over the lead. But don't count out that 42. He's going to be lurking right there in the shadows of that 74 truck. They have got about a 0.7 of a second lead. Chase Greer, why don't you run that? But they got about a 0.7 of a second lead over Joey Hickox in that 4th position. Joey Hickox has Zach Stevens and Kenneth Redinger battling it out right there behind him. That's what he wants to see. He wants to see these two use their stuff up so they don't take the position away from him, because every point counts here tonight. But as of right now, Justin Parham going to be out here leading this thing here at lap number 17. 74 of Bustos. He is going to be right there in 2nd. Kevin Winker, he is going to be up 2 positions in 3rd. Joey in the 4th position, right there where he started this race. Kenneth Redinger, he's going to be up 2 also in the top 5. Zach Stevens is going to be down 4, but he's right outside the top 5. This man is a guy with a strategy every race that he races in, and this could be one of those strategies. But he has to keep that number 31 that's right there behind him. That's going to be his teammate, but they are still racing it out, and that's going to be a hard race, especially if it comes down to the end. These guys put on a very good show. But Jay Stenson, he's going to be up 3. He's going to be up 3, riding around in 7th. You got Bent. He's going to be right there, up 3, also in that number 63. Hot Rod, and he's right there in 8th. Clinton Woodby trying to make up from the mistake earlier on in the race at lap number 1. He's going to be right there in 9th, down 1 position. Kevin Prince going to be down 1 in 10th. Matthew Fritz going to be down 5. Sam Boutwell up 1, and Hardy is going to be down 1 in 13th. Well, back out front, we should see that caution flag fly for stage number 1 about lap number 25. Then these drivers will come in and top it off with some of that go-go juice and put those 4 fresh feel goods on that truck. Once again, they have 5 sets of tires, so going to be interesting to see if we have cautions, which it doesn't look like we're going to go that direction. How these tire strategies are going to play out. Jake Busso still in 2nd. He's got about 0.2 of a second gap between him and your leader, Justin Parham. Winker, he's fallen off just a little bit, about 0.4 of a second from a 2nd place of Bustos, but he's still hanging in there and hanging in there strong. Lap number 21 is complete. Justin Parham coming out of turn number 2, headed down the backstretch. So far in command here at Texas Motor Speedway. Lap number 22 about to be underway as Parham brings them through the Geico restart zone and across the start-finish line. And here comes Zach Stevens. His truck is starting to wake up. And he is starting to put up a challenge for that 5th position of Kenneth Redinger. Now he's going to be right there on the back bumper of the 24 as they come into turn number 3. And Joey Hickox going to be right there. Oh, and it looks like Redinger is going to open up the door. A little bit of a mistake, bouncing off the apron, sending that truck up the track just a little bit. And that is going to be the top 5 for Zach Stevens coming to the end of stage number 1. But can he keep it? Can he make up some more ground? Because he has Joey Hickox right there in front. And let's ride along on that bumper cam of the number 3. Coming into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Trying to get a little bit of that draft. Stevens about 0.3 of a second, now about 0.4. It looks like Hickox was a little bit better off of turn number 4 than the number 33 of Stevens. But coming into turn number 1, it looks like that number 33 is a little bit better in turn number 1. But let's zoom out and show you this battle. And it looks like the 63 is going to have something to say to the 31. Can he get there into turn number 3? Not going to be able to get there this time. Matthew Fritz working his way up into the 9th spot. But Justin Parham, he has got about a 0.4 of a second lead here at lap number 24. We will see that caution flag fly in just a few moments for stage number 1 completion. Quite a few viewers out there on the stream. We appreciate y'all stopping by over here at Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. Definitely glad to see y'all all out there. Don't forget, we do have that Roku channel if you want to watch it on the big screen. If you have the Roku app on your phone, you can download the channel from the Roku app, and it appears right on your Roku TV. You can catch all the you can catch all the current races and previous races that we broadcast, and there is the caution that we broadcasted when we were over on NOMA TV. All those races are over there, so you can go catch all those because they're no longer NOMA. All right, well, the caution is out. We'll see all these trucks come down pit road and grab 4 fresh feel goods, top it off with that go-go juice, and we'll have another stint to stage number 2, and that'll come at lap number 75. So they'll have a little bit longer stage, and they'll have to go about 50 laps. Now, if fuel is going to be an issue. We're going to see those green flag pit stops, which you can go about 33 to 40 laps on a tank of fuel. So they're going to be tight on fuel. Some drivers might come in, put 4 fresh fuel goods on it, top it off, and then come back in for another top off during this caution. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see some of those pit strategies, or we might see some people shut the truck off and try to conserve a lot of fuel during the race. But here they come. Justin Parham, he's going to lead them all down pit road in his Chevrolet. So far, there's only one Toyota and one Ford. And Jake Bustos, he's going to be in the lonely Toyota, and Sam Boutwell is going to be in the lonely Ford back here in 12th. How do you sign up for this league? Well, that is a good question. They do have a Facebook. They do have a Facebook, and you can go reach out to them. They can send you a Discord link, or you can. You know what? I can post a link in the chat. Haha. Maybe. We'll see. Yes, I can. All right. If you're interested in joining the NOMA Truck Series, there is a link in the chat. You can join Discord and talk to Joey or Jay, and they will give you all the information that you need to get signed up. All right, Winker came out in front of Parham. Justin Parham was your race leader at the stage break. And let's see if we can find him and talk to him for just a moment. Or not. I don't have the ability to pull people over. Pull people over. Pull people up to the chat. Why? Well, that's interesting. That I cannot pull anybody. I had this problem earlier. I don't know what exactly is going on with Discord, but we'll have to figure that out, and we'll try to get it straightened out before stage number 2. We'll try to get it figured out. Hopefully we can. Well, thank you for that, Chastity. I appreciate you tuning in as always. And I appreciate that, Chase. Giving them all the information helps me out just a little bit. All right, well, lap number 29 is going to be underway. Now, like I said, it is going to be very tight on fuel as we'll see that stage break at lap number 75, and they're now going to have about 45 laps until the next stage break. So we will see green flag pit stops unless we see a caution. Is there a fee? You know what? I don't remember, to be honest with you. I think there's a small one, but I don't recall. All right, green flag racing is back underway, and that 42 definitely got a good jump. Now he started in 5th, and now he is going to be leading this race. That number 42 of Kevin Winker. He has got the 74 of Bustos and Parham looking to the outside. They are going to go 3 wide for the lead here on lap number 30. And the 74 is going to have a little bit of advantage on that inside, but Justin Parham, he is going to have the biggest advantage and take it over the lead with that 3 wide move. You got Joey Hickox. He's going to be right there in 3rd. He is going to be looking to the outside of the 7-4, not going to be able to get there. And we have a caution. And who has wrecked it? And it looks like, Winker may have been involved, but let's go back and take a look and find out what exactly happened to the 42. And there you see he is going to be a little bit, he might have got a little bit of help on that one. A little bit of bumper tag from the 33 is going to send that 42 right on around. Zach Stevens is going to be hitting the outside wall very, very hard. Even though that is a safer barrier wall, it can definitely do a lot of damage to these trucks. But So that's another fast repair that might have to be used. And we'll take it back in just a second. We'll ride on board with Zach Stevens as we take another look at this. And there it is right there. And that could have been a racing incident. You know, drivers check up in different places. If their truck is kind of loose, they're gonna be off the gas and back on it. And we'll ride one more time with Winker there, and see from his point of view, see what his throttle control was like. He could have been just a little bit out of shape at the time of that. And there you see he's off the gas and back on it, trying to keep that truck in line, but Stevens not aware of the checkup and just made a little bit of contact there. All right. Going back alive, Justin Parham still out front. 74 Bustos started on the front row, and now he finds himself in second. Joey Hickox going to be up to third. Jay Stenson going to be your biggest mover of the race. Kenneth Redinger going to be back here in fifth. He's going to be up two. And you got Ben. He is going to be right there in the sixth position, up 5 spots. He is going to be the second biggest mover of the race. And let's go ahead and put that on the screen. There it is. So you can see where all your favorite drivers are sitting. Justin Parham going to be up 2. Sam Boutwell going to be up 3. Oh, they're all in numerical order. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Nancy saying, let's go, 33. I noticed. All right, double file once again. Pace truck lights are off, and now this is going to be something that these drivers are counting on because the fuel window is so tight for that stage number 2. And the more caution laps they have, the better it's going to be. Due to the fact they don't have to come in and pit, we might still see a few drivers as Kevin Winker, he's going to be back in the pits. He's trying to do a few more repairs or grab a little bit more fuel. But zoom, Zach. That's it, Mark. And Zach Stevens is going to be back here. Once again, the playoff drivers for tonight's race is going to be Kenneth Redinger, Joey Hickox, Zach Stevens, and Justin Parham out there leading this race. 3 of your 4 drivers are going to be right there in the top 5. All right, turn number 4. Here they go. Bringing them to the Geico restart zone is going to be Mr. Justin Parham. And once again, I do apologize. I usually am able to pull drivers up and give them, a little bit of an interview during the cautions, but I lost that ability for whatever reason. And it happened to me last night, and I worked today, so I didn't have a chance to really check it out. But Justin Parham going to be back under green flag, and he is going to have a nice little jump. He's going to have about 2/10 of a second coming in turn number 1, but Joey Hickox right on the money. He is going to be on the back bumper of Bustos, but he's going to lose a little bit of ground coming in the middle of turn number 2. But down that backstretch, he's going to put the pedal right back down to the metal, and he is going to be right there along with the top 3. He has Jay Stenson. He's going to be right there in 4th. That's going to be the teammates, the Venom teammates, along with Kenneth Redinger in tow. But don't look now. But here is Bent. He is lurking in the top 6. Right there watching these drivers trying to battle it out, hoping that they'll use their stuff up. And here comes Redinger looking to the inside of Stenson. As they come out of turn number 2, it looks like it's going to stay the same. Could not make the move on that bottom lane. Stenson closed the door on him and made him just slide up right there in behind him. Zach Stevens is going to be hanging out back here in the back. It looks like he did take an EOL for that incident under caution. And now he finds himself having to work his way back through the field. Matthew Fritz is going to be not too far ahead. Now, if he can get linked up with Matthew Fritz can help him get back up to the front. But until then, he's got to get around Prince, and he's got to get around Boutwell. As these two look like they're about to go side by side, coming into turn number 3. They're going to bring it back nose to tail as they are in the middle of 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. still nose to tail, using a little bit of draft work, trying to catch back up to the rest of the pack. But Justin Parham not under fire just yet, coming into turn number 1 and out of turn number 2, down that backstretch. And it looks like, Joey Hickox and Jay Stenson getting a little bit loose coming out of turn number 2. Kenneth Redinger waiting for that mess up so he can take over those positions. Kenneth Redinger being one of those playoff drivers. And Joey Hickox still holding the fastest time on the track so far. Well, lap number 38 is underway as the battle is still there, but not quite heated up just yet for that fourth position, as Redinger looking to the inside and looking to the outside, trying to figure out which line that he can take to get around the 31. But Jay Stenson not going to give it up that easy. Justin Parham still out front, less than a tenth of a second lead over the 74 of Bustos. And Hickox is going to be right there, not too far back, as he was riding a little bit higher than everybody else and made a good exit. And look how much ground that he made up. Raven out there, MANNY-RAYS watching tonight. Appreciate you stopping by. That's one of our proud sponsors of the series. All right, looks like Jay Stenson looking to the inside of the 3. He's going to take a little bit of lower lane than the 3 of Joey Hickox. Is he going to be able to make the move, or is he going to slide up the track? Whatever move Jay makes, he is going to have Redinger trying to make the same move. So he's going to have to help his teammate really protect his position, as Grandstand is trying to get with Grandstand, and that's going to be the 24 and the 19. And the 31 and the 3 are going to pretty much stick together. They're trying to get their other teammates up there too, and that is going to be Matthew Fritz back here. He's kind of all by himself right now, and got Zach Stevens back here also. Now, it could be a fuel strategy, as they still have a lot of laps to go until the end of the stage break, when we only have a very small pit window. But as of right now, it's going to be all nose to tail for as far as the eye can see, all the way back to the 92 of Clinton Woodby, making his way back up. He's going to be up one position in riding around the 7th. Then there's going to be a small gap, and that is going to be Hardy. He's going to be in that number 95. He has got about I'm going to say about a 4/10 of a second gap between him and the 92 of Clinton Woodby. And then way back here in the back, about 1.3 seconds back, is going to be Matthew Fritz. So Matthew Fritz not having the best night here at Texas Motor Speedway. This is one of my favorite tracks to race, especially in the trucks, due to the fact that it's so unpredictable. And I like to be unpredictable. And pretty much side by side, Kenneth Redinger was peeking his nose out. Not only if they stay in the draft, it's just like a super speedway. You stay in the draft too long, you can overheat these trucks. And as of right now, it looks like Redinger still riding right there behind Jay Stenson. No real battles going on except for this one. Joey Hickox looking to the inside of Bustos. And Bustos is going to leave the door wide open for him, and he's going to lose quite a few positions if they can make the pass. And Joey Hickox is going to slide up the track. He's going to lead Jay Stenson right there, almost side by side. But here comes Redinger looking to the outside, not going to be able to get there. Jay Stenson did not get the best of the entry into turn number 3. And now he's going to slide up the track. Now the 24 is going to be right there, side by side, coming across the start-finish line. 31 had about a half a truck on him at that time, but he does have it looks like Redinger is going to have the preferred lane coming into turn number 1, and he is going to be able to squeak by that and with that position. So Kenneth Redinger going to move up to 4th, and you can see these trucks are starting to slide around as most of these drivers pitted at lap number 28. All drivers pitted at lap number 28 took those 4 fresh fuel goods, and we had a few other drivers towards the back. They're trying the fuel strategy game, as they are falling back to about looks like 2, 3, 5, 10, and 15 seconds. But Justin Parham, he is loving what he's seeing in his rearview mirror, as he has stretched out his lead to about 0.6 of a second over Hickox. riding right there in second place. Well, while we've had a little bit of green flag stints, let's go ahead and crank them up. All right, and we are back. Lap number 50 about to be underway. Justin Parham been leading a lot of laps. Looks like somebody was playing a little bit of peekaboo with the camera, but there is your leader out to 1.2 seconds in front of Joey Hickox. Joey Hickox still has Bustos right there behind him, and it's going to be about 0.2 of a second lead over Bustos in that number 74. And trucks are starting to get swirly all over the track. And here comes the 31 out of nowhere. He is going to be looking to take over that third position away from Bustos. And he is going to grab it. And here comes Redinger looking to take advantage of that mistake. And not going to be able to get there as Bustos is going to close the door on him coming into turn number 1. Going to try to get that good entrance into turn number 1. And he is going to get it. But it looks like the 24 is going to be a little bit better. So can he keep it? 94 going to be 92 going to be out of shape. That was Clinton Woodby. He was all the way up the track. I'm sorry, that was a 95. All the way up the track. Did not get a good entrance. Truck got a little bit tight. But Matthew Fritz is right back with the pack. We saw him. He was a good ways back from the pack. Now he's going to be right there behind Clinton Woodby in that 8th position. Clinton Woodby going to be looking at. Going to be in 7th. Matthew Fritz riding that high line, trying to get a run off of turn number 2. There you can see some of these trucks are starting to slide sideways, so they are reaching their tire limit. Lap number 52 is underway. Coming to lap number 53, it's still 1.7 seconds for Parham. Looks like Parham is going to dominate this race if he stays out front. That clean air is going to be what he needs to stay out front. But nose to tail as far as the eye can see, all the way back to the 63. Jay Stenson still under fire from Jake Bustos. Jake Bustos still trying to hold on. He's going to be down 3 positions. But you have your Venom drivers in 2nd and 3rd, one back in 7th, and Zach Stevens all the way back here in 12th. Well, it's been pretty good racing here so far. We've only seen 2 cautions. A couple fast repairs have been used on the track. And that is the man with the plan. Let's see how he can do it. Lap number 55 is underway. We have about 25 laps until we see the next stage break. It's 140 laps here tonight. So just a little bit over halfway is when we'll see that stage break come out, and then it is going to be strategy from there. Trying to look for the best battle on the track. And it looks like everybody's going to be pretty much spread out. If you're looking at the track map, you can see where all your favorite drivers are at on track. Sam Boutwell trying to make a move around Hardy. And it looks like we got some pit stops happening, and that is going to be the Venom Racing team. And it looks like Jay Stinson and Joey Hickox are going to bring their trucks down. 45 miles an hour is going to be the speed on pit road. You got to get slowed down quick, fast, and in a hurry. Especially coming off of turn number 4. It can, if you have too much rear brake in these trucks, it will spin them around. But let's see what our leader is going to do. He's out front almost 2 seconds. And it looks like he's going to bring his truck down too. Oh, get it slowed down. Oh, slide it sideways. That's not what we need to see the leader do, but he saves it. But did he get a pit penalty? I don't know. And that's going to turn the leader over to Bustos. Bustos, let's see what he does as he comes out of turn number 2. Is he going to pit this lap? Kenneth Redinger going to take over the second spot. And it looks like Hickox and Stinson are back on the track. They're going to be the first trucks 1 lap down. Parham, he's going to be in. Did that cost him any time? We'll have to keep an eye on that timer there. But Bustos is going to stay out another lap. Redinger going to stay out another lap. You got Fritz and Bent. They are going to stay out another lap. It looks like Matthew Fritz trying to find some grip on that high line, and he does. He's staying up with the pack, but how is that doing for his tires as he is trying to work on that third position, taking it away from the 63? Everybody's staying on the track still. Bustos is going to stay out. And who is going to be the next one on pit road? Nobody. They're going to stay out just a little bit longer. Now lap number 60 is underway. They have about 15 laps until we see that stage break. Some of these trucks are being very unpredictable. Like I said, they will drive off that right rear, and it will cause these trucks to get a little bit loose. 74 going to stay out another lap. Redinger, he's going to stay out another lap. He's riding around in second. You got a 63. He is still out. Fritz, he is going to be staying out, still trying to take that position away, riding that very high line as he comes into turn number 1. And Joey Hickox is going to have the fastest lap on the track. Let's see where they are compared to the leaders. And they are making up a lot of ground. Now, Parham did have that save. He is going to be right there in front. He's going to be the first truck 1 lap down. So he did not get a penalty. And now, a little bit of bump and run for the 19 from the 3. As they come through the trial, the 3 is going to have the inside lane. 19 is going to be stuck on the outside. Can Hickox get the run off the track or off the turn? He's going to dive it right there in front of the 3. What a bold move that was. You never know how much of a run that inside line is going to have, but I bet he was not too happy with that, and that just makes exciting racing. So this is for position, and it is for the lucky dog, but Jake Bustos, he is going to be still out here, 0.6 of a second lead over Redinger right there in second. And it looks like Fritz and looks like Bent are still at it as Fritz is making that high line work as he comes into turn number 3. This is for the 3rd position, and Fritz has a little bit of advantage, going to get the run off the corner. And he's going to be able to complete the pass. And here comes Parham. He's going to try to make it around the 29. And what's Fritz going to do? Is he going to slow him up and then help his teammate? Nope, he's going to give the high line. But he has been making that high line work for his advantage. So let's see how this all goes 3 wide as these drivers are trying to get their lap back. And they make it. And they are going to be side by side coming into turn number 3. Joey Hickox and Justin Parham racing it out like it is the last lap. Coming on turn number 4, Parham gets a little bit loose. A little bit of a bump from the 3. No harm, no foul. Into turn number 1, no position change, but there is your leader right there. They are going to get their lap back, and they're going to get it back the hard way. Parham using the leader as a buffer as he takes the inside lane. Now Clinton Woodby would be the 63 of Bent and Hardy, the 95. They are going to be all in pit road, grabbing their 4 fresh feel goods and topping it off with some go-go juice. And it looks like somebody did a gas and go. 5.9 seconds. 7.1 and 7.9. So they may have just took right sides only. And now they're going to be back out on the track. And that is going to be the 92 and the 92, 95, and 63 running all right there together. They will get that lap back as soon as this guy right here leading the race, 1.1 seconds out in front of Redinger. And it looks like Matthew Fritz, he's going to bring his truck down. He gets it slowed down. Oh, that decided it did not want to work. All right, Matthew Fritz down to 42 miles an hour. He's going to make his stop. Is he going to take those 4 fresh feel goods? We'll keep an eye on that time. As Jake Bustos, he's going to stay out another lap. Redinger, he is going to bring his truck down pit road, getting his truck slowed down. Maybe it's 50 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've been on this track. All right, Sam Powell going to move up to the second position. And he is going to be about 5.5 seconds. Now they only have about 7 laps until the caution does fly. And Boutwell going to stay out another lap. And the 92, 95, they are trying to get around Sam Boutwell, trying to get their laps back. So they're going to have to they're going to have to make the pass, and they do. And let's catch up with Parham and Hickox, as this was a great battle with 6 laps to go. Can Parham and Hickox make it up back up to the front? But does Sam Boutwell have enough fuel to make it? He pitted last at lap number 33. We'll have to see how this all plays out. Now he is about 16 seconds ahead of Parham and Hickox. Stinson going to be right there in the 4th position, and let's see where our leader is right now. He's going to be in this hornet's nest of trucks trying to get their laps back. Five laps to go, coming to 4 until we see the stage break. Does he have enough to make it? Can he steal a stage win away? And there it is, 4 laps to go until we see the stage break. Justin Parham, Joey Hickox, Jay Stinson, all running nose to tail, 2nd through 4th. You got Prince, you got Winker. They are running nose to tail, and that's going to be 5th and 6th. Bustos, he is going to fall all the way back to 7th. Matthew Fritz is going to be back here in 8th. Redinger going to be back here in 9th. Bent, 10th. You got Hardy is going to be in 11th. Would be in 12th, and Zach Stevens all the way back here in 13th. Sam Boutwell going to stay out another lap. 3 laps to go until the stage break. Does he have enough fuel to make it to lap number 75? And then he has to make it all the way around before he can pit again. And it looks like that truck may be slowing. He's going to bring it down. So he does not have enough to make it. Now it is going to be Parham. 9 seconds back. Going to take over the lead. You can see the gap closing. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Jay Stinson taking over the 2nd position from Joey Hickox. And it looks like Justin Parham might grab another stage here at Texas Motor Speedway. One more lap till this stage. And then we will have a long green flag run, or excuse me, a long run for the final stage. We'll have 65 laps in the final stage. So we'll see those green flag pit stops at least have to stop at least once. And here he comes, putting Zach Stevens 1 lap down. And we should see that flag fly to end stage number 2. Maybe a lap 76. Well, appreciate y'all out there, joining me for tonight's race. There's only 13 drivers here on the track, but 4 of them are fighting for the championship, as that is one of your drivers, that stage winner of Justin Parham. He won the first stage, he won the second, and now he's going to go for the trio. All right, well, have not seen the stage break yet. There it is. And there it is. There is the end of the stage, lap number 77. All right, we should see everybody come in and get those 4 fresh feel goods. Maybe some of the drivers that just pitted, like Bustos, he may stay out. He pitted at lap number 69. You got Fritz. He pitted at lap number 67 and 68 for Redinger. We may see those drivers stay out, and they may save that set of tires for later on in the run, or with the green flag racing, they may just go ahead and change them out. Raymond out there saying it's been a fun season. Yeah, I've just been so carried away on Saturdays. I forget about the truck series, and I have not raced. But we'll see what happens next season. All right, it looks like everybody's going to come down pit road, and let's see if I still have. Can I do it? Can I do it? Nope. Not exactly sure what's going on with my Discord, but I cannot pull any drivers up and let them talk about their race. So when it comes to interviews, what we'll have to do, same thing I did last night. I just jumped in the chat, the waiting room, had the other two, whoever I was talking to, have their mic unmuted and mute the rest of them. So we'll have to do that probably here at the end of the race if I cannot get it figured out. Interesting. Nothing works on Discord. Oh, that's great. All right. Well, 78 is completed. Headed to lap number 79. Everybody came down pit road, grabbed their 4 fresh feel goods, back out on the track, ready to take it to the end of the final race of the season. This is the Texas 200 Championship 4. Yeah, once again, we want to thank all those sponsors. We got MANNY-RAYS out there in the chat. I believe we got Blue Ridge Auto Group. We have H&H Tractor Works. We have Flatwoods Hunting Club. Don't stress out about it. Well, I like to talk to the drivers, like to see what they're thinking, how they're going to go, but it'll be all right. I'll figure it out. I have to do this stuff on the fly, so it won't be so bad. The bad thing is I can disconnect them out of the Discord. I can boot them out of their chat, but I can't do nothing else. It's like, what's going on here? All right, so we're probably going to have about another lap before we go back green. All right, double file. Stenson and Parham going to be on your front row. You have Hickox and Bustos right there on the second row. Winker and Bent, it's going to be on your third row. Redinger and Boutwell going to be on row number 4. Hardy and Fritz. Looks like they're going to be on row number 5. And you have Stevens and here comes Mr. Prince. All right, going green at lap number 81. Parham going to have control of the restart. So he's waiting for that Geico restart zone, and he's going to send them off back to green flag racing here at the Texas 200. Once again, Justin Parham is taking the place of David Traylor, so he is one of those playoff drivers along with Kenneth Redinger, Joey Hickox, and Zach Stevens. And here he goes. Green flag is about to fly. And everybody anticipating that jump, and there it is. 1.2 tenths of a second already from the restart. He is going to jump out front. And he had Jay Stetson wondering when he was going to go, and it just backed up that top lane. And Joey Hickox, he's going to allow his teammate to jump right there in front of him. He's going to try to run him down. Oh my goodness, a big old crash. And the caution is going to fly. It's going to be towards the back, and it looks like it's going to be Colton Hardy going to be involved. Let's go back and take a look for caution number 3. And there you see the 95. He's going to be down there on the bottom lane. Looks like he's holding it pretty well. What exactly happens? I think it started maybe with... No, his truck starts to break loose right there. Everybody holding their line. And his truck just... Wow. Looks like his truck just turned right. Sam Boutwell going to be right there in the mix of it. He's going to take a lot of damage. That's 2 more fast repairs. Don't know exactly what happened there. We're going to have to kind of... Let's go back and rewind. And we're going to ride on board. So I don't know exactly what happened here. Right there. Truck started to break loose, overcorrection, and is sent right into the wall and collecting Sam Boutwell. A lot of these other drivers just barely scraping by. And let's ride on board with Zach Stevens as he almost had nowhere to go. And he sees it. He's trying to correct. He's off the gas. You see the flames coming out of the tailpipe. And the 03 going to make it by also. But the 03, I think he got a little bit of damage as he went too far down on the apron. Yeah, so 3 trucks involved here with the third caution. And some more fast repairs are going to have to be used on this caution. So let's go back live. Should see a couple trucks come down pit road. It looks like Boutwell and Hardy, they're going to be down pit road. Hopefully they did not have to tow. If so, they will go a couple laps down. A few bad words were said, yeah. Well, we got quite a few viewers out there on the chat. We want to appreciate y'all stopping by Southern Broadcasting and Gaming Network. It's definitely been a pleasure filling in when I can in the truck series. Austin does a great job over there at Ghost Racing Network. So hopefully everything is well with him. But yeah, the last race of the season, gonna crown a champion. Can't wait for the Super Speedway season to start back up. That's always great racing, big pack racing. But after tonight, we'll take a break from the trucks and get ready to plan out season number 6. All right, pace truck lights are off. It looks like we still have 3 trucks in the pits. They probably already took those fast repairs. Well, actually, Prince is going to be, it looks like he is going to be down and away, I believe. Yep, he's going to be down and away, so he is all good. But Sam Boutwell and Colton Hardy, they are going to be still stuck in the pits. They had to tow. Don't know if they had those fast repairs, but we'll see what happens as they've been in the pits for a little while. But Parham going to be out front. Jay Stenson going to be on his outside. Parham electing to take the inside. They do have lane choice. Waiting for that Geico restart zone. Going to bring him back to green flag here at lap number 85. $57 laps to go. They'll still have to make a green flag pit stop if it does go green flag. But they're saving those tires for when needed. Racing is definitely going to get heated up as when the laps start winding down. But as of right now, 56 laps to go when we get to the line. Does anybody have anything for Justin Parham? 2 stages 1 looking for a win, and there he goes, shot out of there like a rocket. And he's going to leave him in the dust about 0.2 of a second as he's coming into turn number 1. And Joey Hickox and Jay Stenson are going to be side by side. And it looks like Joey is going to back off the gas and let Jay Stenson have the preferred lane. And we're back under caution. Let's go back and find out what happened to Mr. Matthew Fritz, as it's showing that he went off track. There is the 29. Look at the big stack up on the bottom lane. Ooh. And that kind of, don't know if somebody jumped the gun, and that kind of started with, I guess, the 42 of Winker. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle at this, and that's probably not it. And watch the stack up on the bottom lane. 42 anticipates the start, and he has the back off, and that just causes a stack up in with the 63 and the 29. And we'll play it real time. Bam. And looks like Prince got a little bit more damage to the front of his truck. There you see it from one more time from a different angle. Not a lot of damage on the back of the 29 machine, but he may come in and get some of that repaired. But we're right back under caution for caution number 4, and we're going to go back live. Yeah, I've definitely heard that. Can't wait to see what they are. I try to stay. I have so many Discords. It's hard for me to keep up with each and every one of them. Plus broadcasting most nights. But good things to come. That's always or new things to come. That can always be good. A little bit of a change up. I think I'm not going to reveal anything what I've heard. All right, well, while we are under caution, I will be right back, and I'm going to go get me one of those ice cold beverages, and I'll be right back. All right, pace truck lights are still on, and they should go off this time by. They'll get lined up and side by side once again. We'll go back green with 52 laps to go. Still going to have to make a pit stop. Oh, better paint scheme for the new season. All right, still your biggest mover of tonight's race is going to be Jay Stenson. He is going to be up 8 positions from where he started this race. He's going to be restarting in the 2nd position. Second biggest mover is going to be Mr. Bent. He is going to be up 3. A lot of other drivers are going to be up 2 and 1 positions. But your top 5 is going to be as follows. You got Justin Parham. He's going to be right there in 1st. 2nd is going to be Jay Stenson. 3rd is restarting 3rd is going to be Joey Hickox. 4th is going to be Jake Bustos. And Kenneth Redinger is going to be wrapping up your top 5. Still under caution as the pace truck lights are still on. Thought they would have went off at that time. But 2 trucks still in the pits. Winker trying to catch up to the back of the field. And he is caught up now. Matthew Fritz going to be back here in the back as he had to go in and get a little bit of damage repaired. And there goes Winker. He's going to dive it in, and he's going to take that EOL, but he's going to have a little bit more fuel than the rest. All right, double file. It is underway. Pace truck lights are off. We will go green flag this time by. And you know what's really cool? I can do this. Let's ride with the pace truck. All right, riding on board with the pace truck. And that is the official pace truck of iRacing. Leopard cars remain with coming to 51 to go. He's like his dad. Jay Stenson, your biggest mover. Justin Parham going to be leading this race. He's won 2 stages. Can he make it a trio and win tonight's race? The Texas 200 about to be back underway this time by. Pace truck is going to be off. We're going to ride with Justin Parham on this restart. Geico restart zone. There it is. And he's down and away. Nice restart for the number 19 as he crosses the start-finish line. And he didn't get the best of jumps at that time, but he still has Jay Stenson and Joey Hickox. Joey Hickox backing off the gas and letting Jay Stenson on to that bottom lane. And here comes the 74. He's looking to the inside of the 3. Not going to be able to get there. He's going to slide it up back up towards the wall, but here comes Zach Stevens. After an earlier incident using that fast repair, he's looking to take a position away from the 92. Coming into turn number 3, out of turn number 3, into turn number 4, out of turn number 4. It's going to be side by side with the 92 and the 33. Kenneth Redinger going to be right there in front of these two. And it looks like they were thinking about taking a 3 wide. 92 decided not to do it. Zach Stevens still hanging on to that bottom lane as he has now got that grandstand racing machine, the number 24 of Kenneth Redinger, giving him a little bit of a draft down the backstretch into turn number 3, side by side, still for the 92, 33. You have the 42, or excuse me, the 03 going to be watching this battle right there in front of him and will ride on his nose cam. He's trying to decide who am I going to go with, which lane is the better lane as they come across the start finish line into turn number 1. Waiting for one of them to make a mistake, and it looks like Bent, he is going to have the fastest time on the track. And still a side-by-side battle, and Bent going to be right there in the 9th position. Everybody started to get back single file. They don't want to burn up their stuff too fast, too quickly, as we'll probably see some of these drivers maybe split the stage in half, possibly come in at lap number 25. But Justin Parham, he's going to have about a 1/10 of a second lead over Jay Stenson. And now the fastest lap is going to go to number 24 in 5th position. That's going to be Kenneth Redinger. He's trying to get around the 74. His 74 opened the door on the outside, and now they are going to be side by side into turn number 3. So Kenneth Redinger is now going to be on the move here in the 3rd stage. Cautions are maybe a possibility, but as of right now, looks like everything's going to get settled out, and we're going to see some green flag laps with 48 laps to go. Would be going to be right there behind the 24, the 74, and the 3. And now the 3 is under fire from the 74. Ooh, a little bit of wiggling going on back and forth. The 24 almost got into the wall, almost got into the side of the 74. 24 still going to hang on that outside wall, or on that outside lane, trying to make that pass, trying to get the run, trying to get a little bit of draft from the 3. Not going to happen. As they cross over the start-finish line, they are going to be dead even for that 4th position. But it looks like the 7-4 did give up just a little bit, and he's going to try to save what he has for maybe the end of this stint. Almost lost my words there. And now the 92 is going to be under fire from Zach Stevens. Zach Stevens coming all the way from the back. He's down 5 positions, but he is looking to take over that 6th spot. He's looking to the inside, and he's going to dive it down to the bottom lane. What's the 92 going to do? He's going to stay up on the top lane, get a run off of turn number 2, down that backstretch. And they're going to single file it out once again. Kenneth Redinger now has Joey Hickox in his sight, bumper to bumper, coming out of turn number 4. Look at what. Thought he was going to look to the inside, but Joey closed the door on him there. Looking to the inside, coming into turn number 1. Not going to be able to get there. Here comes the 74 trying to open up the door. And here comes the 92 looking to the outside. Hickox trying to get a little bit of room in between him and Redinger. Redinger is a fierce competitor. And this is 2 playoff drivers trying to catch up to Parham. Jay Stenson staying right there in front of his teammate of Joey Hickox, not allowing the 24 to get any type of draft. And now Joey Hickox is going to look to the bottom of the track, trying to pass his teammate. He's going to have a little bit of draft from the 19, but Kenneth Redinger going to be right there on the outside. Now that door has been opened. Can he finish the pass on the outside into turn number 3? 24 going to be looking to the outside, coming out of turn number 4. He may have a little bit of a run, but Joey Hickox may have his teammate to help him out and pull him along. And side by side for Redinger and Hickox, as we come to 42 laps to go. The top 4 are battling out like it is the last lap. Still, nobody has really put up a challenge to the 19, but as these drivers are going to be back here trying different lanes to make passes, as the 24 finally gets past the 3, you're going to have to watch those tires. You don't want to use them up too quick, too fast, and in a hurry. Well, Grandstand Racing is making a charge for the front, as now Jay Stenson going to be looking to try to defend his 2nd position, but I don't believe he's going to be able to do it, stuck on the inside line. Now Parham's going to give his teammate the draft, and Redinger is going to nose himself out into 2nd, and here comes Stenson right back to the inside. Is he going to be able to get there side by side, coming out of turn at number 4, headed for that start-finish line, and it is going to be the 24 by a nose. What a great race this has been here so far. We've seen a lot of action on the track and a few cautions, but it's been a lot of great racing. And nobody has put up a challenge with the number 19. Still the biggest mover of the race. Well, the biggest mover of the race is still going to be Jay Stenson, but Kenneth Redinger moving up through the field. He is going to take over the 2nd biggest mover of the race. And as he is taking over the 2nd spot, 31 and 3 are just settling in and along for the ride. They're going to have to pull a good pit strategy, as the 3 looks like he may have scrubbed the wall just a little bit. May have gotten a little bit arrow tight, riding behind his teammate out of turn number 2. Nose to tail. Bustos trying to make a move. Trying to make one of these drivers make a mistake. And it looks like we got a little bit of a battle. Who is that? The 42. He's looking to the inside of the 03 of Prince as they come into turn number 3. 29 of Matthew Fritz. He's going to be back here. He is a great driver at saving fuel, saving tires, and he's going to be back here towards the back. He's going to be right there in 11th. He's the last car on the lead lap. He's staying with the pack, but I believe he is saving his stuff for the end. It's going to come down to who's going to have the best fuel strategy. But the 42, he is looking to overtake a position. He's looking to the bottom side of the racetrack as he's got the door open to the 03 of Prince. But I don't believe he's going to be able to pull off the pass as the 63 going to look to the outside. It looks like the bottom lane of Texas is not looking like it's the strongest lane as we've seen it earlier on in the race. 92 going to be all the way up the track, and that is going to be Woodby. He is riding around in the 8th position. Now going to be in 7th, and they're going to go 3 wide down the backstretch into turn number 1. 42, 63, and 03 definitely got it sorted out really quick, fast, and in a hurry before they hit turn number 3. And out of turn number 4 to 63 was the biggest mover of that move. And now he's got his sights set on the 92 as he noses himself out coming into turn number 1. So Brody Bent, he saved what he had for a couple laps, and he was able to make quite an amazing move with 3 wide situation, and coming across the start finish line, he was able to take over that 7th position. So we'll keep an eye out on that 63. But back out front, Justin Parham, he is going to have a commanding lead over the rest of the field as Kenneth Redinger, his teammate, going to be right there in 2nd. Jay Stinson, Joey Hickox, and Bustos are going to be all riding nose to tail in your top 5. Well, 34 laps to go. Everybody pitted at lap number 78. We've had a few caution laps in between. We've seen some drivers come in later, at lap 87 and 89 to top off their tanks so they can go the extra distance. But it's a matter of how long can these drivers stay under green flag conditions. We know they have to make a stop. When are they going to make the stop? Are they going to wait till 25 to go? They're going to stay out as long as possible, wait maybe for a caution to come out? Only time will tell, as we have 32 laps to go. And we have another battle for the 2nd position as Jay Stinson looking to the inside of Redinger, riding around in that 2nd position. Joey Hickox trying to follow in suit as he is going to go up to the top lane. And now he's going to give his teammate a little bit of a draft. And let's ride on board with the 74 as he is watching what's happening right there in front of him. Jay Stenson able to pull out the move on the 24 and retake this 2nd position. Just Kenneth Redinger not quite done just yet. May not have liked to move that the 31 put on him, and he tried to get to the back bumper, maybe for a bump and run, maybe to try to loosen up the 31 and move him up the track, but it did not work. Now Joey Hickox has got the door wide open as he is going to try to take over that 3rd position from Redinger coming out of turn number 2. Is he going to be able to get there? Is Jay Stinson going to get him a little bit of a draft? That's a non-playoff driver in front of 2 playoff drivers. Who's he going to help? And now Joey Hickox is going to be able to nose himself about a half a truck into that third spot. But Kenneth Redinger not ready to give it up yet as he is still making that outside line work. And it looks like both lanes are going to be about even as they come down the backstretch as far as exit goes. Coming into turn number 3, it looks like Redinger is going to try to pinch the 3. Almost a little bit of contact. I may have seen a little bit of net code right there. But 74, he's trying to get around these two. He's waiting for them to burn up their stuff, and he's going to pass them right on by. But not too far back is going to be Zach Stevens, now coming from the back, and he's watching this battle. 1.1 seconds separate Parham from Stenson. Joey Hickox still battling with the 24. 74 going to be right there in tow. And Zach Stevens now has the door open, and he is gonna jump in himself back in the top 5. Trying to get a little bit of help from the 3 of Joey Hickox. He's almost slides out. Oh, he's gonna get loose. Oh, Joey Hickox is gonna be in the wall. Wow. That was Joey's truck is starting to get super tight coming out of turn number 2. Zach Stevens got loose coming out of turn number 2 also. He saved it, and he had to gather it back up, but all that unfolded right there in front of these drivers. And now Zach Stevens is going to have the 63 of Bent. He's going to be right there on the heels of Zach Stevens, looking to the outside as he come out of turn number 2. And he is going to be on the move, and Winker is going to be right there in tow also, but he's going to be stuck on the high line coming out of turn number 4. Can he make the move around Stevens? And I believe he is going to be able to get the run off. Now Joey Hickox falling back to 4th position, and that's going to allow Kenneth. Look how much of a gap Kenneth Redinger has over Joey Hickox and company. Bustos going to work his way around Joey Hickox as they come out of turn number 2, headed down the backstretch. With only 25 laps to go, still a lot of fast repairs, are on the track with a lot of these drivers that have not been involved. So Joey Hickox might be bringing his truck down early, and I believe that's what he's doing. And he gets it down to 40 miles an hour. He split the stage. Justin Parham going to stay out on the track coming out of turn number 2. Jay Stenson starting to close up that gap. It was about 1.1 seconds. Now it's about 0.8 of a second. Redinger going to be about 1.4 seconds back behind his teammate of Parham. And then it's about a second back to Bent. And it looks like Prince is going to bring his truck in for an early pit stop. Some of these drivers are doing, like I said, they're probably going to split the final stage. And is Parham slowing down? Nope. It almost looked like he was slowing down, and he's going to get a little bit loose coming out of turn number 2. And it looks like Stevens and Bustos, they are going to bring their trucks down, 33 and 74. They're going to get into their pit boxes. No mistakes, so it looks like. Right sides and left sides are coming down. And here comes Parham. He is gonna give up the lead and make his final pit stop of the night. That's going to turn over the lead to Jay Stenson. And Kenneth Redinger in tow. Bent is going to stay out, and Fritz is going to stay out. Now, I don't believe anybody's going to really try to stretch it as far because you're going to lose a lot of time on old tires. Tires are very important here in Texas, so after the leaders have pitted, you don't want to stay out unless you are expecting a late caution to come out. And 31 is going to bring his truck down, and so is the 24. Ooh, a little bit sideways, trying to get into pit road. Bent going to stay out. Fritz going to stay out. So that's going to be your top 2. Clint Woodby, he's going to be riding around in the 5th position. Now, Clint Woodby, he pitted at lap 110, so he made an early pit stop also. Both of these two are still in, and it looks like the 63 is going to relinquish the lead and bring his truck down pit road, 45 miles an hour. He got it. Matthew Fritz still staying out on the track. He last pitted at 86. This is one of the drivers that pitted later on during some of these cautions and topped off with some of that go-go juice. Only 3 trucks on the lead lap. The 29, the 63, and the 92. And now Matthew Fritz going to bring his truck down pit road. Clinton Woodby did pit at lap 110. It's going to be interesting. He's got to go 40 laps. He's got 19 to go. He's leading about, he will be leading probably about, I'm going to say about 7 seconds, now 6, over Parham. Joey Hickox, Zach Stevens, and company, they're going to be right there nose to tail. You got the Venom Racing. They are pretty much in a line with Winker right there in tow. That's going to be 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And not too far back is going to be Bustos in that 74. He's trying to make a move around the 42 with 19 laps to go in the championship 4. Can Clinton Woodby steal it away with fuel mileage? A later pit stop or earlier pit stop. 5.4 seconds separate him from Parham. About 1.3 seconds separate Parham from Hickox. Parham running by himself, and Hickox and company, they got about a 3-car train. 2 of those drivers are playoff drivers, and that's going to be the 3 and the 33. Now 1.3 seconds separate Hickox from Parham. But this man right here out front, he's got 9 lap older tires. Probably saving a little bit for the long run as we still have 17 laps to go. 16 coming to the line. It's going to be very close on fuel. You can go about 30 to 40, 33 to 40 laps on fuel. So, does he have the fuel mileage? I don't know if he's got the speed in the tires. With 9 lap older tires, he's down to about 3.8 seconds. Hickox and company, they're going to be about 1.6 seconds back from Parham. So it's going to be a close one. 15 laps to go. Can he stay out front long enough to keep Parham at bay? Can he steal a podium finish away from one of the Venom drivers? Parham not making up a lot of time on that lap there. It looks like Woodby might be saving what he has, but he did knock off a couple tenths of a second coming out of turn number 4. And you can see he's riding all by himself. Now he's almost to 3 seconds. So with 14 laps to go, he's got enough time to close up that gap. Now 2.8 seconds, 2.7. It is slowly but surely whittling down each and every lap. He's cut off almost a whole second in that lap right there with 13 laps to go. And let's check out the battle as the 24 going to be right there in the mix, trying to get around these Venom drivers. The 74 going to be on the bottom lane. 24 going to be stuck on the top coming into turn number 1. It's going to be the 24 looking to the outside, and here comes Zach Stevens to the outside. He's going to be looking to the outside on his teammate. He's going to slide it all the way up to the wall, giving Joey Hickox a little bit of room to get up there. Jay Stenson going to be stuck on the inside coming into turn number 3, and the 33 is going to have the door open for the 31. Not going to be able to get there this time. The door does close, and they have pretty much boxed in the grandstand driver of Kenneth Redinger. Let's see what he can do. And, he almost chops the nose off of the 33. 33 gives him a little bit of a bump coming into turn number 1, but you got to be careful. Your teammate's right on the outside of the 24. Now coming down the backstretch, it is pretty much go time for a lot of these drivers. Still 10 seconds, and Justin Parham, he is starting to run down. He has got Woodby right in his sights, and let's ride on board with Parham. There's the leader. 11 laps to go. And this battle has fizzled out as Kenneth Redinger, he has made it around, and now it looks like Jay Stenson, he's going to look to the inside of his teammate, Joey Hickox. And now half a second before we may see a lead change as Parham has ran down Clinton Woodby that pitted 9 laps earlier than he did. Nose to tail coming through the tri-oval across the start-finish line into turn number 3. And now we got a nose-to-tail battle for nose-to-tail for the lead. And Parham's going to look to the bottom coming out of turn number 2. And he is going to overtake the lead from Woodby. But Woodby still has about 2.1 seconds ahead of Redinger. So he may have a shot at a podium here. And back towards the back, it is going to be a battle between Jay Stenson. These two are the closest drivers as Zach Stevens and Joey Hickox. Joey Hickox going the wrong direction. He was running good, and he may have burned up the tires as they come into turn number 1, out of turn number 2. He's going to have Bustos right there on the inside. Coming down that backstretch, he's got a little bit of a draft, but it's not enough to keep him in front of that number 74 truck. Back out front, Clinton Woodby running in second. There you see the gap between Parham and Woodby, about one second. Redinger has now closed the gap to about 0.7 of a second with 8 laps to go. Stenson going to be right there behind the 24. He's been the only one that can keep the tires under him as they both get a little bit loose, and now they're going to make a move around Woodby. Woodby going to fall down to 4th within one move. And that pass is pretty much complete coming out of turn number 4. Woodby falling down to 4th. He's got a little bit of a gap, 1.2 seconds in front of Zach Stevens. Zach Stevens made it up from the back to the top 5 after an earlier incident. But Bustos is going to be right there to try to steal that position away. Oh, Parham had a little bit of a connection issue as he just blinked back in. 1.5 now separate Redinger from Parham. Redinger still has Jay Stenson right there on his heels. About 0.2 of a second. 6 laps to go here in tonight's championship race. Well, unless we see a caution fly, 3 seconds is a lot of time to make up. So some of these drivers might have a tough time taking home a championship here tonight. But Grandstand Racing has it in their favor as we come to 5 to go here at the Texas 200 Championship 4. Well, once again, we want to appreciate everybody that stopped by for tonight's race. It has been, long green flag stints. We've had a couple cautions. We have green flag pit stops. We had it all here tonight. And I want to appreciate y'all stopping by, spending your time with us over here at Southern Broadcasting Gaming Network. Don't forget, we do have the Roku channel. If you want to watch it on the big screen, just download the channel from your app on your phone, and you can go watch all the past races that we have broadcasted for the NOMA Super Speedway Series, and others that we broadcasted. And tonight's race is actually live on there. But we do have the racing on demand. Go find your favorite race that you want to watch. Select it and let it play. Well, 4 laps to go. Coming to 3. This man had the plan, and he is probably going to bring home a championship with 1 second between him and his teammate. Can Redinger make up a lot of ground in a little bit of a time? 0.9 of a second separate Parham from Redinger. Only a few tenths of a second, 5 to be exact, a half a second back to Stenson from Redinger. So we probably see our podium finishers. Zach Stevens able to hold off Bustos for that 4th position, and Jay Stenson still your biggest mover of the race. Joey Hickox falling back to a 6th. Joey Hickox had a pretty strong run, but I believe he did get a little bit of damage and possibly messed up the handling on that truck. Oh my goodness, and Redinger, he is going to hit the wall, and he's going to smack it hard. He is going to go from the outside to the inside, and that is going to open up the door for Zach Stevens for a podium finish if he can make the pass. 2 laps to go, coming to the white, and this should be the final lap. Waiting for the ticker to catch up. Yeah, the final lap. Jay Stenson, Zach Stevens is going to be going to be second and third. And here comes Bustos. He's got one chance, one lap after the mistake from Redinger. And Redinger gonna have a lot more troubles. But here comes the race winner right here at Texas is going to be Justin Parham. Jay Stenson put up a good fight, but he fell back a little bit too far back to capitalize. But he was able to grab second. And third is going to belong to Zach Stevens. So Stevens Nation definitely is going to be happy where their driver finished here tonight. Jake Bustos is going to finish out in fourth. Joey Hickox in fifth. Kenneth Redinger going to be in sixth after a smack to the outside and inside wall. Clinton would be going to be seventh. Eighth is going to be Matthew Fritz. Ninth is going to be Winker. Bent is going to be 10th. Prince is going to be 11th. Sam Boutwell is going to finish out 12th. And Hardy is going to finish out 13th. Man, what a race that was. And I got to go back and try to see what happened to the 24 as he come out of turn number 2. And it happened right before this. Did he just over driving is what I'm thinking. Yeah, you can see those wheels turn to the left, and the truck just would not turn, and it's going to head straight for the wall. Finally, when he did get it to turn, it was a little bit too late, and that's going to send him right down to the inside wall. And that pretty much took his podium chances away. All that damage to that truck definitely messed up the handling. But Justin Parham going to bring home a championship victory here in season number 5. And we're going to see if we can go catch up with him. As, like I said, I cannot pull anyone down to the booth. And I don't see a lot of the drivers in the... Yep, I can't pull anybody. All right, let's go down to their chat. All right, fellas, I'm sneaking into your room because I cannot pull anybody up into the booth. So I will ask y'all to mute your mics while I interview.
Hang on, I'm about to fix that.
Hello?
You have power now. You can do it.
So I think it's something wrong with my Discord because I still can't do it. I'll go up to the waiting room. All right, Zach Stevens, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, man.
Man, what an amazing run that you had here tonight. A third place finish. You know, you got involved in an earlier incident and you drove from the back up to the top 5. And an incident, you know, allowed you to grab that podium on with 2 laps to go. Man, tell us a little bit about your race. How did Texas treat you here tonight?
I hate this track. Yeah, top 3's good, I guess. Parham was definitely faster than everybody tonight. So good job to him. Just hard to pass here. Felt like I was okay. Just hard to pass, and some people don't give a lot of room and everything, and it's just hard to pass, man. And then kind of equal later on in the run, it's kind of a single lane. Can't really jump to the high side or anything to pass or anything. So you got to wait for somebody to kind of slip up. And if you slip up, you get stuck behind other people. So it is what it is. We had a good season as a team. We won a team championship, so that's good. Yeah, was hoping to be able to bring it home for solo championship, but it is what it is. Congrats to Parham. Congrats to the team this year, and it was fun.
Absolutely. Well, what a great run for you tonight. Hopefully we will see you next season in the Truck Series as you put on a really good show here in this season. But
yeah, I'll be back. I just want to thank everybody on Venom, Joy and Jay for putting this on, and you for broadcasting tonight and filling in for Austin. I know he was busy. Just want to thank Venom, all the sponsors on the car, Crown, Nevea CMOS, and everything. It was a good season. Hopefully we can get a win next season. Still haven't got that win yet, but looking forward to next season.
Absolutely. Well, go celebrate. You definitely earned it. Third place, not a bad way to finish out the season. But you go have a good night, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, thanks, man.
Not a problem. All right. Well, next is going to be our second place finisher. He had a really good run. He had a fast truck. He almost had a truck to battle for the lead, but couldn't quite get there. But was the biggest mover of tonight's race, and that's going to be Mr. Jay Stenson. Jay, you got a copy?
Hey, Richard, how you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good, man. You had a really good run. Just ran out of tire, ran out of truck, something, ran out of horsepower. You couldn't run down Justin Parham for that win, but really good run here tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it was a good race. It was a fun race. You know, we was trying to get Joey or Zach a shot at a championship, and it didn't work out. Sadly, put a lot of time and effort into it on practice, trying to figure this place out and try to figure out what the right thing to do. And then when it doesn't work out, it's disappointing. You know, we did get the team championship, like Zach mentioned, which is a big thing for us, something that we really strive for every year. It's one of our main goals. So accomplishing that was great. We just fell short on getting one of our teammates an overall, but Parham ran a great race. He was fast all night. Redinger ran a great race. He was fast all night. I don't know exactly what happened. Looked like he may hit the wall or something coming out of 1 and 2. I hate to see that. He was going to finish second. I couldn't catch him or pass him. So, but you know, yeah, probably ran out a little bit there at the end. Just trying to catch, but living in dirty air is just bad here.
Absolutely. Well, not a bad way to end the season. Second place. You made it. You made it all the way to the end, and not in the championship, but still not a bad way to go. And that's unusual.
Yeah.
I've seen you in every championship that I've ran with you in.
Yeah, we so I had to miss a couple of races. Had a vacation kind of get in the way, which I'll definitely take that vacation. And then I had a little football tournament or something in one race. So, you know, I didn't put myself in position to try, but the 4 that was in there deserved it. You know, Parham actually finished 4th in points. I know that he stepped in for Traylor, and I feel real bad for Traylor, and I hope everything's good there. That he wasn't able to make it into this race tonight, and he was such a stand-up guy. He let us know in plenty of time so we could let Parham know, so Parham could practice and do what he needed to do. So, shout out to Traylor for being a great racer, good guy for giving us enough time to get that handled and separated and sorted out. But yeah, great finish to the season, individually and team wise. Just a little bit of letdown that one of our guys couldn't pull off the overall, but that happens, and that's why you come back next year.
Absolutely. Well, you know what happens with those podium finishes. You can give all the shout outs you want to give, my friend.
Obviously you, Richard, thanks for filling in. Not short notice, but at least we had enough time to get you in here, and I appreciate you so much for taking care of the broadcasting duties tonight and for this championship race. Couldn't have done it without you. Of course, you know, all of our sponsors between MANNY-RAYS and Flatwoods and H&H Tractors and Allstate and Crown Lift Trucks and you know, Moses coming on, Rhino Linings of Bristol. There's just so many that allow us to do what we do. And the M&M, Matt Fritz's mom's company, just all the sponsors for allow us to do this. Raymond for always being there and sponsoring us and letting us do what we love to do. And then my teammates, Zach, Chase, who couldn't be here tonight, Matt, who's been with us the whole time, and then, of course, Joey. I feel bad for Joey. I thought he was fast. I was going to have a good shot at it. Just strategy and stuff didn't work out tonight, so I feel bad for that. And then Nancy for always watching and commentating, and Mr. Hickox, and just all the drivers who show up every week and allow us to do what we do.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on that second place finish, and can't wait to see what y'all have in store for next season.
Yeah, we got some big updates, some news drops coming in the upcoming weeks. We got a quick turnaround on the season. It's going to be July 27th. So we'll be breaking some news out on some new stuff, some cool stuff, and can't wait. So just get ready. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Well, you enjoy the rest of your evening. Go celebrate, and we're going to go catch up with our championship winner.
Yes, sir.
All right, Justin. This is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy, my friend.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, you come out with 2 stages, one, and then you bring home the victory. Yeah, one stepped out, you stepped in, and you bring home the championship. Man, tell us how you're feeling. How did Texas treat you? How did you just put that truck out front and just dominate?
I don't know. I was able to go fast and keep the tires on it. Yeah, I wasn't using too much tire there. I'm hate for what's going on with Traylor, but I was glad to have the opportunity. I hope he gets everything situated and is good to go. So kind of just ran hard and hope for the best, and turned out to be a good night. I never really know how much these things are going to drive, especially since they came out with a new model. I've struggled dearly last week, and that's how I ended up just outside of the playoffs. But tonight it drove great for me.
Well, definitely Texas is an unpredictable track, but you definitely predicted it pretty well and put that truck right there where it needed to be in victory lane, in bringing home the championship in that grandstand racing number 19. Your teammate there fell a little bit short. Y'all were in line to have a 1 and 2 finish, and truck just got tight, I guess, for the 24, and he fell back a little bit, but still, you did a great job here tonight.
Yeah, I wish we could have got that one too. He was struggling. It seemed like so far into the run, his truck just hit a brick wall and wouldn't turn. So, unfortunately, it couldn't last just a couple more laps to get him home in that second place finish. But it's always good if either one of us could win and bring home a championship for the team.
Absolutely, man. That what a great run here tonight. Great season that you've had all season long. You did well in the Super Speedway Series. Now you bring it over here to the Truck Series. You win the championship over here. And, I can't wait to see what you can do in next season number 6. You think you got what it takes to pull another one off?
I hope so. It's like Jay was saying, it's a quick turnaround. So not much off time. We'll be back at it in no time.
Absolutely. Well, Justin, you know what comes next. Man, you're the champ. You can have the mic. I'm going to give you the mic so you can give all the shout-outs that you would like to give.
You got to thank Joey and Jay and, MANNY-RAYS for putting all this on for us every week and letting us just get out here and have fun. And, of course, you and Austin for broadcasting the 2 series for us every week so we can go back and watch. It's always nice to go back and watch, see how everything's shaked out that you couldn't see while you're in the car.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely appreciate those shout-outs. And, man, you go celebrate. I'm pretty sure your team's waiting on you, and we will catch you in a couple weeks.
All right, Richard. Thank you.
Not a problem. All right. That was our championship winner, Mr. Justin Parham, bringing home the trophy over at Grandstand. Man, what a great season it has been. In the trucks. I go back and watch them on Ghost Racing Network. And I appreciate Austin and Jay and Joey for letting me step in and cover for him when he was not available. So, but that's going to be all for us tonight. And like they said, we'll be back in a couple weeks for season number 6. So a quick turnaround. But we hope you all have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We appreciate y'all joining us over here at Southern Broadcast Gaming Network on YouTube and on the Roku channel if you're watching it there. But we will catch y'all next time. So until then, y'all be safe. Y'all take care of each other. God bless. And we'll see y'all.